Hi everyone. So my mom has agreed to help me make a dress I saw on Instagram. I find so many amazing dresses on Instagram, but I cannot afford to buy them all. So we're going to take some fabric I have, some patterns, we're going to combine them and make this Instagram dress. Let's see if she answers. Hi Mom.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. So you know that Instagram image that I DM'd you?
That tier
Yeah,
dress.
that one. I want us to make it this weekend. So I'm thinking about coming down. We'll spend a few days making that dress and then I can wear it to the event next week.
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, bye. The first thing that I do is I have to figure out the pattern. So how am I actually gonna figure out the template to make the dress? Since it's a tiered dress, I'm gonna calculate how tall I am, where I want the hem to land, and how many tiers and how full I want them to be. So my dress is a very simple scoop neck, very simple bodice with 6 tiers, okay? And I've measured my underbust to where I want the hem to end, just at my ankle, and that is 51 inches. So I'm going to divide up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers. And I know I want the tiers to get slightly larger as I go down, and I have 51 inches to play with. So I like the visual of 5 inches for the first one, slightly longer at 6 for the next, 7.5, 9, 11, and 13. So those are going to be my depth inches on the skirt. And then on the width, I want a really full skirt. So I am going to make this bottom on one side about 80 inches, 7.5 to 80 inches. But in my fabric width, I actually have fabric that I can get it that wide. And then I slightly taper up, taking 10 inches, a little over 10 inches off the neck, and I make that 16.5 in width, then 50.5, then 40.5, then 32.5, then 26. So this is how I estimated my skirt, and because these are just rectangles, I just need to cut them out. I just need to measure, for example, 5 inches deep by 26 inches wide for that pattern piece. And then I take fabric. I had fabric available. In this case, I had some leftover silk organdy and a lightweight cotton as a liner. I take my pattern, I cut my pattern out of the fabric. So I use the fabric, I lay it flat. I take the pattern, lay it on top of the fabric, and cut my pieces. So these are all of our layers. This is the bottom, which is the widest. And we've come to here, then we've got this. So there's 7 layers of the outside and the inside. So the liner and the outside fabric. The next thing that I did was I serged the edges of each of the pattern pieces so the fabric wouldn't fray. And then I took the tiers of the skirt of the pattern and I stitched them all together. So the outside is one layer and the inside is another layer. So each tier is sewn together to make or form the skirt. I then sewed the front bodice and the back bodice, shoulder and side seams together. And I treated the liner in this case as one. So I attached the cotton liner bodice to the silk organdy bodice piece and treated them as one. This is my bodice, my front bodice, which I've sewn the liner and the outer together. The next thing I did was I stitched the skirt portions to this top bodice at the underbust seam, and that pretty much created my dress. I hemmed the armhole and the neckline with a bias tape that I created from the shell or silk organdy fabric so that my armhole and neckline looked finished. Then I hemmed the liner and I hemmed the silk organdy outside skirt so that my dress was fully finished. I added a small snap to the back because I wanted a really minimalist look on this dress, very clean and very simple. I also made sure that I pressed the dress very thoroughly so it looks really crisp, very finished. It looks professional.